What's up, Carl?
Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Doing all right.
Pleasure. Have a seat, my friend. I'm Julien Howard. I'm a master barber. I've been cutting hair for 14 years, and today we're gonna give Carl a Zayn Malik style haircut. Are you ready? Zayn Malik changes his haircut pretty often. He has a lot of hair that he can change and do different styles, but today we're gonna do one of his styles, which I think it's like a high fade textured quiff.
All right, Carl, do you think you look like Zayn Malik?
I don't think so.
But that's okay, because I'm here and we're gonna make your hair look like him, so you're gonna be all right. What we're gonna do is give you a nice high fade around here. There's 3 different types of fades. There's a low fade, starts around just a little bit above the ear. Mid fade, which usually starts a little bit around the temple area. And then there's a high fade, which is usually anything above here, almost like military-esque. And since his head is like round shaped, what we wanna do is complement that by creating some sort of square structure above to match his face. Everybody has texture in their hair. With your hair, you have that nice texture that you can do different things with it. If I blow dry it straight, it can go straight, or if I just diffuse it and let the curls rock, you can have a little curly hair. And then the styling. We're just gonna really bring out some of the textures by using some sea salt spray. We might use a little bit of a curl conditioner just to get a little bit more of those pieciness together. And then we're gonna taper up the sides and give you like a nice gradual blend. All right, let's get started. Let's put this cape on you. I'm gonna start with my wall seniors. I love these things because it's powerful and they're wireless. And we're just gonna start doing this nice skin fade pretty tight. And we're taking into consideration his head shape. So I'm not gonna go too high. Based on this, I started a little bit high, and then a little bit after the ear, I started just arching it down just a smidge. One of the most important things about haircuts is symmetry. If it's symmetric, then it's gonna be good. Now I know this is kind of symmetrical, we'll fine tune it a little bit. I'm just gonna clean up the neckline. Now we're gonna use this little Andis T liner, which is gonna get even closer. You see the teeth a little bit more dialed in, so you're gonna see maybe a little difference of when I'm taking some of his hair out. You're gonna see it almost looks like there's less and less hair, because since his hair is so thick, we can really get that nice gradual Zayn Malik fade style. So you can see his occipital bone right here. It's a little bit higher up. Mine, if you look at my head, is a little bit lower down. So we just complemented the shape of the high fade to just gradually touch the top of that. So it almost complements his dome, his head. He has a lot of weight. Weight is a word that hairstylists use to describe the hair and the line of separation. And what I'm gonna do is get to that line and create like a little buffer. And because Zayn in the picture has it pretty high, what I'm doing is creating that buffer a little bit high, and then we're gonna really texturize it. So I'm just following that same initial baseline that I had. So, since we made a little buffer, I'm gonna start blending. You see there's a line right there? That was my first initial baseline with my machine closed. Now, when I opened it, I made another baseline right on top of it. So what we're gonna do is put it halfway a little bit and try to blend out that line. Start getting to that line and just teasing it a little bit. When I get to that line, I'm gonna flick it out a little bit. That nice sound. Something therapeutic, almost like shaving someone. When you shave someone, you hear that. Boom. Now let's go to the top. This is when the pinchos come off. Depending on your hair type, you wanna talk to your barber and find out how much weight do we have to keep here, because eventually what you wanna have is a nice balance all the way around so the hair just literally sits on top of your hair without having it to fall over. So for his hair, I think we might have to like cut some, just a smidge, just to give back that bounce and that lift again. I have different combs for different things. This is one of my favorite combs. This is the YS Park 332. This comb is the perfect tool because it has the difference with tension. When you're pulling your hair and styling it, you can have a little bit more natural with the wider teeth. And if you want something a little finer to really get that smoothness and tightness in, you use a little smaller one. This one is the 6.5, the HH6. It's really big and it's my workhorse. When I'm bringing up his hair, I can see that the shape is already like this. So when there's a triangle on top, there's gonna be less hair on the sides, but more on the top and in the middle. So it's gonna flop over like that. We wanna create that nice square. And I'm probably gonna take about like ½ an inch off his hair. For this one, since his hair is getting a little bit drier, I'm gonna switch. This is the Kimmy 5.0. Size doesn't always matter. It's the way he floats in the ocean, right? Or the movement of the whatever.
Yo.
You could totally cut that out. Now I'm just gonna really start texturizing. Take a section of hair and you twist it as you're, it gives like a nice layer. Just really teasing it and just, run your fingers through your hair. I wanna see what you think it feels. Feels kind of light, kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel as dense. So what we're gonna do is just clean them off real quick and then we're gonna set them back just so we can get the face nice and balanced. Since he has a little bit of a scruff, we're gonna be using some of this Blind Barber Bryce Harper Beard Balm. It's really good for beards because it has shea butter, has argan oil, and avocado, which is really good for your skin and it hydrates and makes sure that your skin is nice, refreshed, and clean. How does that feel? Now you're all nice and cooled off and relaxed. We're gonna start styling your hair. We're gonna start by applying a sea salt spray. What you wanna do is use your fingers and your hands like a rake and get that waviness effect. So I'm gonna take my Dyson diffuser. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try to extract some of these curls and waviness out of there. You can like circle it like this if you want. Using my fingers like a rake to really get some of the hair up. And as the heat starts like going on top, I'm just gonna start morphing it here and there. So what I'm doing to the tips of the hairs, I'm like taking little chunks and twisting them just a smidge to really bring out that extra texture in there. And then also what I'm gonna do is use a little bit of a styling gel. This is Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. This stuff smells amazing. The nice final touches and it helps it stay in place. So we put a little bit of pomade with a little bit of shine. And what this is gonna do is really bring out some of the glossiness to the hair. And then with a nice finisher, you can add a little bit of a hairspray, a light hairspray. And I'm using this Oribe hairspray because it's very light and it's a fine mist. So it's not like directly putting so much product in your hair. And boom, there you go. You ready to see your hair, my friend?
Let's do it.
Let's show you.
Yes, sir. Wow.
Nice, man.
Very different.
Very different,
very
nice and
dope.
textured.
Yeah. Dope.
So to match your new haircut, we got some Zayn Malik clothes that I think you can definitely pull off.
Yeah. Some rock star lifestyle.
Appreciate you. Oh, absolute pleasure.